Yes, you know what it means, It's your boy TJ Zambia. You get a brother kid son, and yet in another town, of course, bringing you, people that are inspirational, people that are doing different things in their neighborhoods. And hey, as I always say, you may be a fashionista, you might be a musician, you might be mother selling but of grandema. You might be, a business person, and you might be, just, inspiring people in your community and speaking up for your community. That is what we do right here on the Rip Your Hood. Don't forget it is on a channel 93 on Musanza, Musanza TV, of course, which is on Topstar channel 93. Yes. Whoa, let's get into it. Right about now, I'm at a place, yes, one of the tallest buildings, or well-recognized buildings, guess where? This is the Musotunya building right in. I'm at the rooftop, and welcome to Livingstone. As we get to see what is happening, Livingston, representing Livingston, yes, the home of the mighty Musotunya Big Falls. As I say that, let me show you how it looks right here in the city of Livingston. Come have a look exactly how it all looks like.
Life is a journey, and every journey has a destination. We, Shalom Bus Services, take you on time in comfort across the nation with our first bus at 0430 hours from Lusaka, Livingston, Mongu, Chingola, Kasumbalesa, Kasampa, Solwezi, and all towns in between. Not forgetting, we travel to Johannesburg, South Africa. For more details, contact us on 097-4630-440 or 096-7414-932. Shalom Bus Services.
Yes. Welcome back to it. Of course, as I said, we are in Livingston, but hey, who goes to Livingston without seeing the famous Livingston Museum? Yes, so many memories I should say at this place. This place has been there for so many years. If you look at one of the first planes ever, that were flown, into Zambia, bringing back Zambian, history, and looking at the historic, places right here in the capital. Yes, the capital city of tourism, or the capital of tourism, I should say. And yes, believe me, as I say today, we're definitely getting to speak to different people. And on that note, I will make sure that, of course, we get to talk to people that are doing, different things, and of course, looking at how the tourism industry has been, past the COVID era. Of course, we've had COVID right here, in Zambia. But hey, talking about that, we get to see how the Livingston, the tourist capital Livingston, has been doing, and exactly how, businesses have thrived in this very, very, town which is called Livingston, the home of the eighth wonder, which is the mighty Victoria Falls. Do join me as we get on to the streets to talk to people that are doing wonders, that have been doing great things, and making sure we understand how the business has been here in Livingston. So hey, join me and come with me right here as we get to talk to people around Livingston to get to know how business is past COVID-19 with less tourists. If you look at the museum right now, you definitely get to find that there are few tourists, but this is the capital of tourism, and believe me, we've always had, a lot of tourists, but because of COVID, things have been slow. But hey, let's find out from the people, the residents, the business people of Livingston, to find out exactly how their businesses have been striving past the COVID-19. Before we get into the streets to find out exactly how tourism has affected, Livingston business people, or just Livingston as a whole, allow me to, get some information from people that are actually in the forefront, of, the tourism industry. Now, I'm talking about the Zambia Tourism Agency. Come in, let's get some information. Of course, keeping you informed of what is happening in the different neighborhoods. Currently, as we're going to speak to someone that is, from the Zambia Tourism Agency. Of course, as what they do, they look at two mandates, which is to regulate as well as look at marketing in the tourism and industry. Come with me as we get to speak to one person that's going to give us more insight. Let's go. Well, as mentioned, definitely we are at the Zambia Tourism Agency, and of course, allowing him to introduce himself, I think it's better you know who he is.
Sansa TV, you're welcome here. My name is Frank Ntolo Pili. I am the Manager Quality Assurance here in Livingstone. I work, of course, as you've seen outside, Zambia Tourism Agency.
Now, for those people out there who do not know, exactly, what you do, of course, I don't understand, you deal with marketing as well as regulations. Now, for you, before I go deep into, the Livingston tourism, industry, maybe, introduction of, the agency itself. Where does it come from? How does it operate, and so forth?
All right. Okay. Thanks a lot, TJ. Well, to start with, as you are aware, we've got the Ministry of Tourism. So the Ministry of Tourism is actually the motherboard, the government ministry that oversees just the whole entire the tourism sector. But from there, just to make it simple, the agency is born from the Ministry of Tourism. So the Ministry of Tourism basically deals with policy issues for the whole country and how we relate with other countries. All right? But then they've given us a mandate from the policy. They've drawn two things that they've given us. So they've given us a mandate, one, regulate, as you correctly said at first, and the second one is to market. What actually it was marketing at first. So ZTA had just focused on marketing the tourism product, selling it internationally and then locally. In short, I can give an example. You see, in Zambia, tourism is nature-based. It's about the people, about the animals, about our culture, about the Victoria Falls. We cannot run away from
that.
Yeah, being one of the 7 wonders of the world.
Yeah,
it's amazing that actually we have it here, sharing it with Zimbabwe. Yeah, so we had just focused on marketing. But then later on, the government said, no. We need to up the standards. The tourism products itself, we need to up the standards. So you also regulate. So we inspect the tourism sector, we license them, we get the tourism enterprise license, and now we have a new thing. We got a new baby that we call grading.
Okay.
So grading is really starts coming to a facility, assess it in relation to the minimum requirements. We've drawn up minimum requirements,
like standards basically.
Yes, standards, and then we'd say, okay, maybe you can have 1 star to 5 star. For now, we have started with the accommodation sector. But that does not mean we end with the accommodation sector. We'll actually go to the other sectors. We'll go to nightclubs.
So you actually go as far as entertainment sector as well?
Yes, exactly, TJ. We will actually go, you see, in regulation, it's the whole thing. How are we behaving? How are we embracing tourism? How do we treat the people who come here? Starting from the taxis. The taxi driver, how does a taxi driver behave when he's with the client? Going to ShopRite, how do people in ShopRite say? Because we have a lot of different people coming into this sector.
So it also comes into customer relations, customer service for the tourists themselves in the town or in the country when they come.
Exactly. Safety, the airport. So slowly we will be doing minimum requirements for all these other sectors. But for now, we've started with the accommodation sector.
Okay, and thank you for that introduction. I think even I myself, got enlightened. Now I want to know for just looking at how the Livingston, tourism, Statco right now has been. How would you think it's looking at businesses and just the amount of traffic, looking at tourists? How has it been, for Livingston past COVID?
Yeah. Okay. So I'll go back on it. COVID, we can't run away. COVID-19 has had adverse, has impacted us very, very negatively. But I think the biggest part of the market that was hit were the international travelers. All right, so we saw airports closing, but then now measures have been put up where like tourists are traveling. For instance, ourselves, we've come up with COVID-19 health protocols to help the business, you know, what they should do. First of all, to protect themselves, masking, you know, the 5 pillars, washing your hands and so on. So each sector has got unique healthy protocols that have been developed. So we move away from the international tourists. Now let's look at domestic tourism. I must say, TJ, that domestic tourism is slowly picking up and doing well. In Zambia, we are getting slowly to learn that we can actually save and travel. We've been engaging our partners, accommodation, the people who are providing the services, so that then we can be having, you know, the price which can accommodate the local travelers. As it is right now, Livingstone, for this festive season, it was full. Yes, most of the hotels were full. If you were around us, when did you say you came?
I've only been in since last week.
Yeah. So over the weekend it was full. So slowly tourism, domestic tourism, local tourism has been catching up.
It's catching up.
Yeah, it has been catching up. So we've done well to do the health protocols, COVID protocols, which have helped ourselves to protect ourselves, but also to protect the visitors.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, I should say thanks a lot. I really want to know what has been going on in Livingston, you know, regarding to tourism. And I think the first step to make was actually come knock on the door of people that are in the tourism, you know, industry.
You are welcome. You are welcome anytime. Normally, when we get, you know, people trying to get information, the first thing is like, where are you from? But otherwise, this is a public office. It's open to the public.
Yes.
It's open to ask about what we are doing, and I hope the message will go to the public. 2 things we are doing: marketing
and regulations.
Yeah.
So, thanks a lot. I know you are busy, man. It's a new week, it's a new start. I'm sure you're closing up, getting ready, you know, to enjoy the festive season. And thank you once again for having us. Have an awesome day. And pass our greetings from Musanza TV to everybody in the
Musanza TV, we are so grateful.
Take care, sir. Because of COVID, I will wave. Yes, as I promised, I said we'll be getting into the streets to find out how business has been going in Livingston. Right about now, I am at the Livingston main post office, and I'm talking to no other than Sakodi. Yes, he calls himself Sakodi. He's actually, the owner of, you know, the stand. You know, he does sell clothes. And what's the point? You want to say? It's almost called my name is time by when I stand here. When I'm waving, there's too much as in. You know, business end up one job, but can't kind of people with their contents of the
okay, in terms of business, munga Livingstone, corona but munga apa. So far, much did apa. Okay, been put because business apa itafu, malpota new value. Again, munga in terms of situation, situation down is one BD until okay. Manchiba once to manyumba kwa chamina makorona yawa lo akoleta
Sako
ni mwili business kuna hapa ni ukuta so I think meeting up ni ko chimi business bweche munomo if it's possible but bweze ko they want tingila ko video bwezi but bwezi
sani wanatenga manza Sakodi
it court ya bwezi mu Livingstone mapodcast but bwezi wa sebu yangale film shemusho so that is my traders can trade freely.
Yeah. And Bokamba, so not long ago I was actually, you know, traveling out of the country, and every time you travel out and in, Zapunka will pay COVID certificate, bonds and feature. Manje mama can be like my border. Where do you my orders and mama think of it?
Models thing models. I think of check main mwam. Was munga especially panastinga spinga models take.
And for some order over
models acha kutai bwana munga ena ngoma kutoka South Africa, ena ngoma kutoka Tanzania. Okay, so different countries, my one upload. After I customer pick.
Man, in that sense, how to manage my board up and your value? How are you surviving? Of course, maybe like on my rent, at the same time, how are you finding to survive?
Hapo manje gepeti kama gepeti liliraise manje stalila misozi chitotoka plati manje misozi kwa nao business orders but orders those days used to buy maybe old the kwa maybe masaka about manje these days kwa na pieces and trousers maybe kwa na trousers mwali hapo. It was a big shop by then manje hapo then kachemwa kapena tukachoka budget kuisa mngani do hapo. So getting a phone check but kuisa mwisho muli ya media life ya kudala
but doesn't for now kwanza maybe mkaenda kunyumba kupanga usinga ngakombo
muyako sasa business ile bote mimi ndio toka na katros kamozi agema tros magusa zingati mozi pesa mimi 180 200 agema 200 dola kwetingala kwa kwetingala ndiko uko kumwandi katumazoa kumwandi omwetu mwandi ile kwa tukwe agema 200 tusemo 30 wana wazofuna majigis 5 ya wana bunga ndio bakuka bolangana musho bosa na 20 kwata kubivo tena ameni 20 kwata futo za kwa kutoka mavuto ameni asimu futo
awe ba support ya kwa issue ndaimbela but at least but mtama simkwani sikuti yako support sema na kwa school
hapo hivi ndio vuti hapo ngani mzee support kwa school hapa ndio vuti hapo awe mfanya na Afrika ndio vuti usapita na mbali hivi nyokuta abana bali mukumbo nasunga chebanda tawe bepi muri amene yape me abwira ime bazaenda bana ku masukuru je metimbikiriza manje abayuti jalina
Africa I know was about this much to introduce my business and we hope that at least the Koksokolo and to everyone out there, of course, is what's happening in the scene, coming to business in Livingston, of course, post the COVID-19. To continue joining me right here on 93, channel 93 on Top Star, which is Musanza TV. Not forgetting a big shout out to all your youth watching us, and a big shout out to our logistics sponsor, which is Shalom Bus Services. Thank you for bringing us to the capital, tourist capital of Zambia, which is the Livingston. Mr. Sakodi, I'm Dana. Thank you for letting us know what is happening in my area.
We appreciate for visit, bro.
Thank you. Continue ripping your hood. It's your boy, T-Baby.
Sure.
Of course, it's still in Livingston, and now I'm talking to someone who's now doing something very different. Of course, he does do business, because they were looking at how people are doing the businesses in Livingston. Now, this guy is not only an artist. When I talk about art, I'm talking about drawing artist, like a fully, a fledged artist. I'm talking about drawing artist, and he is as well a music artist. He goes by the name of Malulu. Come as we meet him at his stand right here, still in Livingston. Come through. Introduce yourself to everyone watching you on Rep Your Hood in Mandani Malulu.
What you pesa jina Malulu aka Malulu Science aka Malulu.
Yeah. Thank you for having us here, man. Tuangala kulingana kwa festi. Yes, okay. Malulu. Okay, una Makamba first he said, Malulu Science, Malulu the musician. Manje, I know I'm not sure I'm okay, but so I'm Zambia. I'm never time, but the first time Musanza TV, of course, channel 93, but Top Star. Unamba bwanje first time bena ma science cause nikaona talent you're drawing ai. Sinaambia kubukuru, naambia kufana, I'm sure. Tuzo niko ni namba bwanje.
Okay, music kambeta chikani ya art namba si kupata chekwanga si
yeah
nzolemba hivi ni class mwamene mmoja wenzake wale mbalemba nzolemba che unzako babo kunsa kuja bize chabe kuchalo madwe ndiye mwene ze chai la che so ndipo ndakulira mwetse balasi tuchoka moja tasiza na watu tachacha maskulu pale kwa maskulu akwenda chemo ma community mamene mu market wale ambao paka grocery akaba kuita na kwa kupoza kaganyo domene vija so ndimo vinaambia
because you know from a time na bwa Livingstone kuli muntu mozi kulionse kwenda ku shop mapezeka Malulu Signs wende kuba mabana yama shows kuli Malulu Signs manje hapa sini look hapa even mnadepa mnasegola manje of course pamoja drawing you know of course my shops or pitana how did you manage manje kumkala na stand and you've had this stand for more than I think 10 years because if I remember
more than 10 years
because even pena bwela last time I visited Livingstone mwenza na shop you understand
from 2003 up to now Pamene hapa. Manje my challenges, competition, how have you managed, you know, to stay in the game? Mkana ba competition ja kwa mshoko mabwela kwa mayonango no fetinga drawing chipa kuchera wa Malulu muna kwanza bwanchu stay mu business Livingstone in manja mwanu in terms of art no drawing and mabana bonds. How did you manage to sustain business here? Yeah, to manage your business you need, first thing you need to know yourself first and what you are supposed to do. And the confidence yaka wena ndio inakulenga ati mbona kuziba hivi ni watu wameoli nao ati okay aba competition yanga ita bwana na tukuyanganya mzako uchache life yaka wena na business yaka wena kuzoka kufaka pamoja si ndio kulipo kuyanganya mkati mzanga hujachita kuchila ile wana kucha style yaka wena uko watu bachike bwana kukonga
so difference kama being unique and culture don't copy muntu that was ndiye lenga business yanu nkale up to this time awe mwandi mkaichilimo bwana kuna kwela you know kuma challenges I'm sure kuna kwela kwa maybe wenda ngofuna nkala take over business but you know what has made you come that in Zambia continue doing my style because mama kamba to keep your style and maintain your style ivute bambilo usema music kamba ati chikoli la mapiano na uflo chinja music kama mapiano but wajamaleze nsemwe makamba hivyo mangala stand still manje why him what made you be strong at ineza chache Malulu Signs
what make me strong wako wadinizi bati ukundikwa mene this is my foundation like what ni paipanga Malulu Signs ndio panga Malulu so ingana kaisia ni shizinga pande kala strong kala popular musician or international musician na mene ndio inipanga so singa isia unless naona ati Malulu yafika pale Malulu musician yafika pale level inangu aleni kuna kwa futi kulivinangu futi vingapanga ati vipanga futi ati kula kwa uyo buy some maybe machines like other things and there's a futi want futi ndio ningasia manje singa isia impact party ni bantu bebazasala basebarani ni nine free ku music futi but I'm still there singa isia
kwenda ku music nange na kwani matuza mwemweza kusobera mu school bazano lemba ma test ngo drawing obusindimwa magazi mu drawing aba teacher wapunza kusogona
ngala baza Nizani for sure wakankala baja zona wewe wapunza kuna wa busy drawing na wao wapo teacher mayona so parents vitu wakamba so you will give them so first whatever the okay just encourage na mimi encourage go ahead na vitu vya kuchika salezeni and for sure ben nacho wache kushukuru ndiye nchito ina bana sana asante ati ndiye nchito yanga amene
manje nikambe Malulu musician Malulu sinikantu mbele manje music mnaingena bwanji you know
music naingena ilikuwa ndicheze chili muri ine bonse bilimu nacha discover choko bati akodi penes na nchi kula kufanya nisikwenda mani kuuliza mani kango mama plus wa pani kula ka drum so mkukula pale nitapati nakankala so nimvela muntu akamboimba pale nipanikinganeka paniking yona marongo amachani pa mamisi jamaa
pange
sina kamba nani ningayesa hapana yesa wanje na banda mshukuru na chaya kuza bwana mtu ali wonse poyamba sunga zige hivi ni ngo mukali bwana batukange na mstudio zakadiwe junior nzaba akapukana akapukana sinayamba music yanga since 2010 first album yanga kaivi chikuko watu bilima waenda kuona bati vyo chika vyo mene kwa tichiti so ndio kufika hapa jamani joko watu nambo chaya te but next to first album yanga first time in 2010 naenda kuunani kutaka
zamkopo vanipasa konse na certificate nambwerapo so ndiye pena panaziva ja kansi kufunga pang'ono sokotama
because of course from come everyone has a learning curve all of you yangu pamba TV there's a kunzira wanje njema ita wendo stamba okay hapa napanga mistake but makama we have done one album is that the only album you've done or unataka kwenda
personally hapa na kala fans so kwa album lina almost ningachosa almost 8 album so nyambo hicho sasa pang'ono kwa experience naziba hii really right chosa by this time namba kuchosa face my videos by this time by YouTube ulipo wakafuna wasaki achati Malulu musician olo aka Malulu mzani pesa kwa YouTube yeah even my radio station and TV station I'm there.
Manje mwakamba music uno matuza mwa mnaambira what type of music you do because of course these days kuna madunka mapiano kudala kwa za TZ chani uzaite kaya what type of music ndio matime
ncha R&B mixed what it is R&B na raga okay na Zambian mixed. Yes. Manje for those who manje okay. What makes Malulu different? Matuza we are different mu drawing, manje, ku music, mchanchi mpangani different because mustoni ni Malulu. When kusesheke ni Malulu, makwanza bwanji. I think style yako and the way you come up to people and the relationship na abantu. Ndiye lenga pakuchibantu pakuzive. So abantu ndiye balenga pakuti mtu azibike not iyo sunga chite yo ndi pushing achale pati bakabaiba ma followers bakabende balenga pakuti bafike pati that no fans sunga pati bakufeeling abantu bewo chi
what choose manje in with your music are you sponsored or Malulu signs them my dish to sponsor Malulu as the artist
Malulu signs they sponsor Malulu the artist ndipo pesa ma sponsor otherwise the main struggle ya Malulu signs
support yes. So manje you know how you say that maybe ma sponsor you know kuja muntu alipacha amna tamba manje ndafuna unkala musician kwa team afuna start business mungampasa advice branch kuti you know music skungena chabet mzantaza azan sponsor muntu you've managed to be in the game for long I've seen your work and you know you're still pushing mzamuza I should focus branch kuti for him to be you know on the level you are in the music
music sikukwela chabe mambo chaya pamene hapo ati no nzakwani we need to convince people that can do it uza pushing away pakuti baba waziwe bantumanya okay hapa ungakwanisa bazaona how far you came with your life and your music and wetu kuchitamo chago kwa bati wankala chevi no ati za pushing without nothing you are doing supposed to do something yoko bati hey push na sipalego imagine kutaniza bakwe
Malulu kwa time before tenda kutali manje for those amnafuna kumpezani for me bafuna booking ani maybe for a show I mean bafuna maybe you know kumbooking for my signs how can they find Malulu you know by social media or umapasa mna number mna manager how does that work
manager by this time alipo kana manager but ngatuenda pa YouTube or pa social media ni pa Facebook kuzapeza Malulu signs ilipo and then ngatuwa as a musician futi ngatuenda pa Facebook na ilipo Malulu musician ilipo na pa YouTube ndipo zapeza makoka chana
okay. Well, you've heard the man himself. Of course, on today's episode of Rep Your Hood, we went around Livingstone. Of course, we couldn't touch every place in Livingstone, but we wanted to show you different types of businesses that are taking place in Livingstone, how the businesses have been, you know, how the businesses have been going, you know, what struggles have they been through, to understand what Livingstone is, because of course, it's not the last time we are in Livingstone. It's definitely just an introduction to what Livingstone is, and we definitely coming back to Livingstone to speak to artists, more artists. That was just like a Dionko intro of Malulu the artist. Believe me, we definitely need a full episode to get to see his music, to get to listen to his type of music, and to get to know more, you know, of his achievements in the music industry. You know what they call me, man? They call me TJ Zambia, aka the Kid's son, and this is Channel 93 on Top Star. I'm talking about Musanza TV. Remember, you can catch me on Facebook. It is TJ Zambia, aka the Porter Kid's son, which is TEEJAY space Zambia space aka space the Porter Kid's son. Very long, yeah. Let me not forget this. Shout out to you out there, man. Dominic was holding it down. One more thing.
Yes, I'm running out of breath. Shout out to Shalom Bar Services for being my official logistics sponsor. Thank you for bringing me all the way from Mazabuka into Livingston to get to know what is happening in Livingston. Stay glued to the one and only Channel 93, Musanza TV. I'm out.
Ooh, baby, Malulu and Chameleon.
The mix, baby.
Nothing to Johnny, mommy. Ungu nilanganila so. Wait up, music. Wait up, baby, babu, baby. Nikuze manifesto. Ile kumutima. Lika makambi ya mubina. Inangwa mubali pechito. Apandiwe chape naine. Naine, naine, naine. Diwe chape naine. Diwe chape naine.
Wamakamba vitu baliweo na kubwela kudina maboza pati baby iwe baleke iwe na ine chikulu tikondana muchikondi iwe ni babili wachita ni muchaya kasembe osa yesa kudina maboza iwe Chani baby ungo nilanganila so wela uniuze
Wait up, baby, babu, baby. Nikuze manifesto.
ili kumutima iwe
Lika makambi ya mubina. Inangwa mubali pechito. Apandiwe chape naine. Naine, naine, naine. Diwe chape naine. Diwe chape naine.
ngwamipuwa miwamwaza yobengwagula mono wekama mumbata wawotse ngwami yobengula mono ngwami yobewamwaza alibusalama bwebo miliyoni yobenguna mono nguneza ngwakupate yobekangwami yobenguna mbate yobenguna mbate yobenguna mono
Lika makambi ya mubina. Inangwa mubali pechito. Apandiwe chape naine. Naine, naine, naine. Diwe chape naine. Diwe chape naine.
nakana ngofuna ndabendiwe nakana ababozo bangobwela labalaba nakana ngofuna ndabendiwe nakana ngofuna ndabendiwe nakana ngofuna ndabendiwe nakana ababozo bangobwela labalaba nakana ngofuna ndabendiwe nakana ngofuna ndabendiwe
Nothing to Johnny, mommy. Ungu nilanganila so. Wait up, music. Wait up, baby, babu, baby. Nikuze manifesto. Ile kumutima. Lika makambi ya mubina. Inangwa mubali pechito. Apandiwe chape naine. Naine, naine, naine. Diwe chape naine. Diwe chape naine.
FJ.